Good morning, folks. If you can see me, it's possible you can see me now. We're just waiting to confirm that things are up and running here for Linglestown Gazette Morning Update, the Monday edition for April 8th, 2019. Believe it or not, moving toward tax day. Looks like we're live. I want to get things set up so I can see any comments that come through. Make sure the audio is working. Yeah. Make sure the audio is. I'm going to turn it up a little bit here. Okay, I think we're ready to go. 2 people watching already. Susan, George, good morning to you. Hey, this is Linglestown Gazette Morning Update. Where's the camera? Let me mute this out. And we're brought to you, as always, by Consolidated Insurance Services, our probably longest standing sponsor. David Jones contacted me well over a year ago, probably going on 2 years now. They're over there at 6109 Jonestown Road. I call it the Carnes Food Plaza. It's behind the Carnes Food Plaza on Jonestown Road. Auto, home, life, and business insurances. Look for that Erie Insurance sign. And during this primary election season, we're also sponsored in part by the committee to re-elect Rich Mazzatesta and Ted Giovannis to the Central Dauphin School Board. They are in Region 3. Our school district is broken up into 3 regions for school board directors. And of course, as always, this show is about local matters. Things really matter locally. And that's what we focus on here. My name is Bill Bostic. I'm the captain of local news for our region. Our region being Lower Paxton Township and all of Central Dauphin School District, of course, the greater Linglestown area. For those of you who are not familiar with the lay of the land, Linglestown is a village. It's not a municipality. It is part of Lower Paxton Township. So, here in the comments, why don't you tell me how was your weekend, by the way. Very busy one here. And I may have seen some of you in passing. I was out and about. Saturday, one of the biggest events in our region, I think, on Saturday was at Central Dauphin High School. The Central Dauphin Spring Craft Show took place. And I arrived with my family shortly after it opened up at 9 o'clock, and I'm telling you what, there was hardly any parking to be had at that time, and there also was sporting events going on. I made a good connection with the band boosters. The band benefits from that event, one of their major fundraisers for the year, to fund all the things that happen there. And I'm hoping to be able to partner with the band boosters. They have, when you think of the band, what do you think of? Halftime at football games. Good morning, Rich. Rich Mazzatesta checking in here. Crystal Bob, as always, checking in. Good morning to you, Crystal. I'm going to be talking about you in just a second, Crystal, by the way. You think about the halftime shows and maybe a concert here or there. Well, there's much more going on. A variety of programs supporting musicals, special ensembles, drum lines. I mean, they have a lot going on there. Marching band competitions, all this kind of stuff. And they're looking to get the word out about what's happening, so I'm hoping to partner with them. As far as Crystal was there, my co-host, Crystal Bob, a realtor here in the area. And she made some purchases, some nice purchases. I'm going to have her tell you about them on Wednesday. But one of the purchases, I've been told, has gone terribly wrong. So I'm going to wait. You just have to tune in Wednesday when we're together, probably over at St. Thomas Roasters, to find out what's happening there. Beyond the craft show, checked out the some all-star basketball at Harrisburg Christian School, went to the lacrosse game for a few minutes. The boys were taking on the Cedar Crest Falcons at the high school. Did some painting with my wife. We have a nursery we're trying to put together for my granddaughter. All these kinds of very, very busy weekend, so I'm really only partially prepared for this show. Did have a chance to, if you frequent this show and watch the comments, one of our readers, viewers, Denise Holliday, who is a graduate, I believe, of Central Dauphin High School, is moving into Linglestown from Virginia, and I had a chance to meet her at the coffee house, St. Thomas Roasters Coffee House, on Sunday. It's springtime, folks, so now the cronies in the morning are starting to move from inside to outside to smoke their cigars and to solve all the world's problems, and Denise stopped by to say hello to them, so I had a chance to say hello to her. So that's just a quick look at the weekend. And yes, Crystal, terribly wrong, she says. Absolutely. So more on that next week. What I want to do here is go over I am prepared with what's happening in the local government scene. Now, don't run away, please. I'm not going to make this boring. The Watchdog Report is brought to you by Kane Mortgage. Take the stress away of getting your money together to buy a home, or maybe you want to refinance. Just go talk to Kane Mortgage. They're located just outside of Linglestown, a longtime sponsor of this broadcast and other things that we're doing as well. Things kick off tonight. The Central Dauphin School Board will be meeting, a regular meeting, and that's at 7 o'clock. They typically meet, and this is where they're meeting tonight, the Central Dauphin East High School Lecture Hall. And if you don't want to go to the lecture hall, you still can tune in. You go to the Central Dauphin School District's website. You find over on the right side at the top, you'll find a link for the school board. There'll be a school board link. In the first place you go to, there is a link on that page for live streaming the meeting. And I do it regularly, 7 o'clock tonight. On the agenda, our superintendent, Dr. Carol Johnson, will be providing a district progress report. I'm not sure what progress she's going to be reporting, but she'll be giving a report. I don't know if it's academic. It's probably something with the academics. That would be my guess. And then under new business, there's some cryptic agenda items that they provide no information in terms of what they're doing, other than just the basic thing. There's a settlement agreement. Now that could be many things. So the district apparently was involved in some sort of litigation or negotiations with somebody, most likely a dispute. I have no idea what it is, but they're going to be revealing something about an agreement that's on the table. Also, there's you know what an RFP is? If you're really into government stuff, RFP, request for proposals for security issues. I have no, again, I don't know whether it's for cameras, for metal detectors. I have no idea, but they're going to be talking about security issues. So those are some of the highlights for tonight. But now, here's the important part. Whenever you get your paycheck, and I don't have a paycheck stub available, I am still employed. I make no money doing this, by the way. I put more money into this than I get out of it, for sure. But nevertheless, that's not the point. If you get your paycheck and you look at all those taxes and deductions, now we're going to talk some serious business, because on Tuesday night, the Central Dauphin School District is going to have their first of 4 town hall meetings on budgetary issues. The school district, whether you know it or not, is a $250 million operation. That's 250,000,000. That's a big, big number, and that's coming from us, folks, for the most part, either directly in the income tax, property taxes, or taxes we send to Harrisburg. That's all the money that goes in there. And last year, there was a huge debate on whether they needed a tax hike or not. The tax hike ultimately, I think it was 2.8%, went through. Something like 15% hike over the last 5 or 6 years, and there was a big movement to not do it. So one of the things that came out of last year's debate was that this year they're going to be very much open and give the public all kinds of information and try and involve the community in this budgetary debate. Typically when that happens, almost no one goes to the meetings, because no one really wants to pay attention to this stuff until they start hitting your pocketbook. And it's somewhat behind the scenes because it's coming out automatically out of our paychecks. Well, the point is, here's a chance for you to tap in. On Tuesday night, 7 o'clock at Central Dauphin High School auditorium. That's out on Piketown Road. They're going to be having their first one. I don't know what the format is. I'm not sure what you're going to hear. I'm not sure how much participation you can have. I don't know. I'm in the same boat you are. I just know that the first one's happening on Tuesday night. So consider carving out some time, because that's they need to hear from the public versus just the internal debate on the school board. So anyways, that's what's happening Tuesday night. The first of 4 budget informational meetings is happening. So hopefully that convinces you to get out of your seat and go check this out and just see what happens and see the discussion that takes place. Moving over to Lower Paxton Township, the township's Public Safety Committee will be meeting today. I know almost no one attends that one, although a member of the Stray Winds Area Neighbors Watchdog Group occasionally did attend it. But that's at 2:30 today. I'm assuming that's at the Municipal Center. The Friendship Community Center will be having a meeting at 6:30. I guess I'm not sure if that's Park and Rec or just focused on the Friendship Community Center. And then Tuesday, the one you may want to take a look at is the supervisors have their second meeting of the month. It's a workshop, so they're typically discussing issues, not making too many decisions at these. What they're going to be talking about is, let's see, the main ones would be the township has apparently been doing some research and putting an LED message sign out in front of the Municipal Center on Prince Street. They're going to be looking at that. I believe the township somehow is involved in school crossing guards, providing those school crossing guards. There's going to be a company called All City Management going to be giving them a proposal, and the Public Safety Director, Mr. Koshiba, will be handling that. And lastly, this is a pocketbook issue. The township is looking to borrow some money to help with the stormwater management issues and then other upgrades they need. And one of the items that may be funded would be a new police radio system. So that's going to be up for discussion on Tuesday night. I know that came up a meeting or two ago, and there was some discussion about whether that's just how that's going to work, because I think most of the members of the township supervisors don't want to see taxes go up to fund these things. So we'll see how that all works out. So that's your local government watchdog report brought to you by Kane Mortgage. We're also brought to you in part by the FatManClothingCompany.com, Cole Performance Chiropractic out at Platinum Fitness in West Hanover Township, and CBC Cabinetry and Flooring. So I'd like to thank all those companies for helping out. As far as St. Thomas Roasters Coffee House, I don't know that I have anything this morning. Look, there was one thing. Yeah, okay, here. We'll throw this underneath the community report. I did get notice from the Tea Party Patriots of Central Pennsylvania. They have monthly meetings. They have their meeting tonight at 7 at New Love in Christ Church, 6003 Jonestown Road, not too far away from Consolidated Insurance Services. The featured topic is Gosnell, the trial of America's biggest serial killer. Whoa. Gosnell, the trial of America's biggest serial killer. So you attend that meeting for me and report back what it is. How about that? Was that a deal? And here's the thing. I know who Gosnell is. Does anyone out there listening today know who this Gosnell, Gosnell, anyone know? And I'm taking a look here. I know from Susan George. Oh, okay. Susan's asking about with the Public Safety Committee meeting. Does anyone know where AEDs are located? And they are portable defibrillators, emergency defibrillators that are posted at some public venues. She's apparently looking into that. So that could be a topic in days to come. The last thing I want to do is give you a quick Tonino's Pizza local sports report. The biggest way to stay in touch with what's happening is go to Linglestown Gazette Sports Facebook page, and also we have news on LinglestownGazette.com. Okay, but over the weekend, our two Central Dauphin Rams lacrosse teams did very well. Both of them recorded wins over the Cedar Crest Falcons. On Facebook here, if you go to Linglestown Gazette Sports, there are reports, there are post-game interviews, and it's all part of a partnership that we've carved out with these two teams. They do a sponsorship here on Linglestown Gazette, and then they send us the content, and then I have to, right now it's me, I help put the stuff on the web for them and gets the information out to all the people watching and viewing things on Linglestown Gazette. The band boosters may do the same thing, and I think before too long we're going to be overrun by high school sports teams and community groups who want to do the same thing. So I'm sort of gearing up for that and going to have to try and find a way to accommodate all the things that come down the pike. There is a busy day in high school sports, and all that is covered on a short cast that I do. You can listen to it on your phone. You can listen to it on the computer. You can listen to it on your smart speaker. And there's a new phone app. A new phone app. You can actually be reminded that there's information coming down the line. But there's games and different things happening. Check that out. I don't need to go over it here. I already did it. You just have to consume it. Well, that about does it. Sorry for not being hugely prepared for this. But I'm getting to the point now where there's too many things going on, and sometimes I'm skating. I'm having to do my ad lib type of thing. So it's always good having everyone around. 4 people watching right now. See if there's any closing notes here. It looks like no, there isn't. So look for Crystal Bob and myself, Bill Bostic, the captain of local news, a wannabe Walter Cronkite, to show up again on Wednesday. This is Linglestown Gazette Morning Update, brought to you by Consolidated Insurance Services and school board candidates in Region 2, Rich Mazzatesta and Ted Giovannis. We'll see you on Wednesday, and we'll find out what went terribly wrong with Crystal's purchase at the Central Dauphin Craft Show. See you then. If I can turn it, can I turn this off? I do that every time. I don't know how to do this. Let's see. Here we go.